Okay, fuck it, let's do it. This has the most NPC two-dimensional thinking energy I think I've ever seen. Your entire worldview is just slogans.
Fuck ICE.
Which is odd because there's actually one thing we really agree on, which is fuck chomos. But wait a tick. No fucking way. ICE has arrested and detained chomos? What? Who are all these people? Molestation of a minor, sexual abuse of a minor, lewd or lascivious acts with a minor, contributing to the delinquency of a minor, lewd or lascivious acts with a minor. There's 115 pages worth? What? It's almost as if ICE has detained some of the worst, which includes chomos. Over 1,000, in fact, in just this administration alone.
Yeah, but they're being mean.
You said you don't like chomos. So what? Can we at least agree this is an objective good? Getting chomos out of this country, good thing. I know you're going to disagree because you have to. See, you're an NPC. So you're only programmed to have knee-jerk reactions to things. Like if I were to prove to you with facts and statistics that the amount of unarmed black men shot fatally by police every year is less than 20, and keep in mind this makes absolutely no distinction or delineation between justified shootings and unjustified ones, such as when a suspect is running towards police, shooting at them, and also playing fast and loose with the word unarmed, because that doesn't include trying to arm yourself using a vehicle or in the process of letting go of whatever you had. You could have a gun, fire it at police, and then drop the gun, and then if you get shot, that's considered an unarmed shooting. Big side note there. And you compare that to the amount of black men killed by other black men in a year is over 7,000, proven out by the statistics. So, if Black Lives really mattered, we would probably address the problem that is substantially larger rather than this minuscule little thing that also, if you investigate, isn't even unjustified.
Love is love.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's what the pedos say too. Also, fun fact, did you know that naming your organization something doesn't mean that it does what you say that it does? Like if I named my organization, the We Definitely Don't Club Baby Seals organization, it doesn't mean that we don't club baby seals. It's just a name. So if you want to ignore the fact that the founder of BLM has misappropriated all that money and has produced basically no change or outcome that's positive in any capacity whatsoever, sure.
Her body, her choice.
The thing is, though, that in the scientific community, a zygote, which is what you guys are constantly saying, that it's just a clump of cells, it's just a zygote. It is just a zygote. But a zygote is a separate organism. And it's not even argued in any other context except for with humans, which is an emotional argument. So that's not her body, her choice. That's just pure nonsense. Believe all women. This one is the funniest thing ever because you're acting as though women are incapable of lying or something. You act as though it's unreasonable to ask for evidence. You pretend as though a false accusation is not extremely fucking damaging. Acting as though we've never seen a case where a woman has lied about being raped. You see, you bring up Emmett Till all the fucking time. Is that not a case of a woman lying? So we know what happens. The question is, why do you think it's unreasonable to ask for evidence? Especially when we can prove, without the shadow of a doubt, whether somebody did it or not, with DNA.
We're on stolen land.
Conquered land. Yes, conquered land. Yeah. Also settled land as well. Unless you'd like to point to some sort of infrastructure that existed in the 1400s. Yeah. Maybe a teepee or two got blown over in the wind. But nothing from that era exists today. Or if there is, there's so few. Like there might be a building or two that literally was not built by the natives. It was built by the settlers. And yeah, none of that is prevalent today whatsoever. Also, how come no one talks about the surface area? By this, I mean, are you implying that they owned absolutely everything from coast to coast, even though they didn't inhabit a extremely large portion of it? It's just, hey, they were somewhat here before everyone else, so they own every single square inch, even if they didn't even come anywhere near it, and they didn't occupy it. That makes sense. And then when you get to Canada, what's the deal? You get to Canada, and then it's like, well, there's a border there, and we don't even need to talk about Mexico. You seem to be fine with Mexico owning shit. Where's the border there? You're such a fucking cuck. Yes, we do disagree on morals because you can't think. Your sole purpose in life is to virtue signal as hard as fucking possible.
That way you look like the good guy.
That's why you're willing to deny objective facts and gloss over things like proportionality and ignore things like FBI crime statistics. Pretend like words don't exist, like per capita. There's so much more I could say, but yeah, it's getting a little long, so you know the drill. Go fuck yourself.